your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy walk.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good to say? I dabbled in stand-up for something. I haven't even disrespected you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Az takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Ooh, hello, good morning. Welcome to a morning episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. I know you thought I couldn't get up this early, but you were wrong. Here I am. Yes, it is Monday, February 5th. The groundhog, again, did not see his shadow several days ago. It will be a shortened winter. Spring is coming, boys and girls. Yes. And before that, before springtime comes, there is one more chance to see me very pregnant doing stand-up. This is in like 3 weeks. See me headline in Morris Plains, New Jersey, Saturday, February 24th, 8:30 show at Tiff's Ale House in Morris Plains, New Jersey, also known as the Dojo of Comedy. I don't know how much bigger I can get, so we'll see. We'll see what fits me. I'll just get a sparkly tablecloth, drape it over myself with a belt. Keanu Thompson will be there as well, featuring, and Andrew Harms, my announcer from the Wet Spot on Compound Media, will also be making an appearance at this show. So get your tickets now at ChrissieMayr.com. Not my last show by any means before giving birth, but my last headlining show for sure. I will probably be doing smaller spots around the city here and there. Oh, hi, Muffin. Muffin is here to say hello. I should make her a little platform so she can jump up, because I can't really, they don't want me picking her up anymore. They don't want me lifting over 15 pounds or so. Anyway, you know him, you love him, you watch him, you laugh at him, you laugh with him. You've seen his rants. But you know, I might have to change my intro, because we make some jokes at his expense, and that's simply changing. It's no longer the jokes are no longer going to fit, because he is getting extremely fit. Welcome to the show, Az. You know,
Hello.
his YouTube channel, Heel versus Babyface, not heels, just one
Look,
heel.
Even YouTube can get it right.
Okay, YouTube sent you that sign.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I had to pay to have mine made.
Services to racism.
Az, my God, this is so crazy. I had you on maybe 6 months ago, and I had to pull up. Well, you had the idea to pull it up, but look how different you look. You're like so svelte and chic. This is only 6 months ago, but look how different your face looks. You're chiseled now. I can't see what's going on under the shirt, but I can only speculate. I can only imagine what's happening underneath.
Oh, it's all black. Sorry, it's actually up, but it's just still all black, so you can't. Hi, yeah. We're doing a thing, you know.
We're doing the thing. Look, audience, I can't even zoom in. I can't zoom in on the screen. Is it weird that I'm pointing this out? I'm just so excited for you, because it's like the hardest part of a fitness journey is actually keeping up with it and staying on it, because it's so easy to do it a few weeks or even months and not see much progress, and then be like, screw this. It's not worth it. To your question.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 2-year plan. It is still a 2-year plan, and believe it or not, we're still 2.5 months away from 1 year of that being over.
Wow.
So yeah, we're not even a year into the 2-year plan. I did some comparisons with on my afternoon tea show yesterday. I pulled up some videos from 2020 because I was logging my weight on my Fitness Pal this week, and I've logged weight before, and I was going back and I saw like a logged weight from 2020, the heaviest sort of weight that I'd done, and as essentially 10 stone lighter.
What is that in real pounds?
Okay, 10 stone is 14 pounds in a stone, so that's 140 pounds lighter
No way.
than
No,
2020. Yeah,
no
and
freaking
we're
way.
we're 110 pounds lighter now since April of last year.
Oh my God, I didn't realize it was that much. That's incredible.
Yeah, we've still got a lot of work to do, but it's a start.
That's really impressive. Like at first when I heard you say like 2-year plan, I was like, wow, that's a lot. But you know what? When I think about when I wanted to start getting in shape for my wedding, I really did start 2 years out, like a year and a half, like really started going to the gym because that's where a lot of people fail. They go, okay, even right now, I would say if you're looking to try to be in better shape for the summer, if you don't get your ass to the gym this week, it's over. You might as well be fat another year and try again next year because February is like the beginning of February is the do or die moment. It's the time, you got to pounce. All the New Year's resolution people have stopped going to the gym. Things
Yeah,
have normalized. You got to get in there now if you want to make any change before the summer. That's my one tiny piece of advice, but 2 years, that's pretty solid. That way you have time to develop and keep healthy habits and you're not in a position where you're like, "Oh God, I have to be a certain weight by a certain time." And then you get well, I might have been slightly unhealthy getting ready for my wedding. There may have been some skipped meals here and there. Uh there may have been some no bread
fasting. Just say
for you.
fasting.
Yes,
So.
we were fasting. We were intermittent fasting. There was bread was a 4-letter word in this house,
Mm.
but it
It is
it gets
here. It
results.
is here. Bread is a 4-letter word here. Not allowed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not allowed that.
and bread is really a mental thing. You think you need it. You're like, "But sandwiches, that's my primary food group." It's like, "No, you can buy just a pound of turkey and just eat it in your car with your hands. That's fine. That can be your life."
Yeah, in a parking lot at the
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
secluded from everyone else,
You can
looking
stop at a
over
Buc-ee's. Yeah,
some
you can
disheveled
eat
buildings.
brisket with your hands while you're putting gas in your car. No one has to
Yeah,
see.
easy.
Uh, easy peasy. But you lost, like, over 100 pounds. That's so I always complain on F&T that there aren't enough body shots out there on the internet of you.
Yes.
And I think you probably would be getting more compliments and more praise. I mean, you're not a chick, so, you can't really you're not gonna have a
No.
ton of pictures of yourself.
When I achieve what I want to achieve, I do actually have pictures of what I used to look like.
You're gonna do a whole before and
So
after.
I'm going to do the whole shame myself as to what I used to be like, and show those off. There's also a
Okay,
couple of
cool.
bits of footage that I recorded when I was at the gym back in 2020, which is pretty much at the peak of my size.
Is that when you first
And
started at the gym, 2020?
no, I'd been going beforehand, but when I've been going beforehand, it was I was still eating and drinking like shit. But then I would go to the gym and be like, huh, how come I put on a pound this week? Huh? They'd be like, wait, it doesn't matter if you go to gym 3-4 times a week if you're just still eating a bunch of crap.
That's the worst, little truth nugget about the whole thing is, like,
mm,
you don't wanna think your eating is more important. You wanna think your working out is more important because it's almost like but it's annoying. You have to be stricter on the food. It's like yeah, we were, like, intermittent fast we were having no fruit even, like
because of
no
the
extra
sugars.
sugar. Yeah.
Mm.
And for years, I mean, I have been on every single diet, every single. So I know you're always like, you got to learn the game for that diet. And you just think, okay, I just got to stay with it. And you lose a little bit, but the second you go back to kind of normal, it all comes back. So unfortunately, doing it how you're doing it, like the slow and steady changing of habits. And if you can get some kind of physical activity to be a normal, like almost fun part of your life, then you've truly won because you'll keep that up.
I was doing shoulders a few days ago, and I did actually take a body shot in the mirror.
Ooh, did you wear very tight yoga pants and set up a camera and you just started doing like squatting over it like a gym, like gym thought?
Yeah, every time a guy looked at me, I just screamed rape at the top of my voice until they were unceremoniously thrown out of the gym. But I did take, and then I deleted.
That's good. Good for you. How long did it take for the gym to actually? Well, maybe who knows? Maybe you're not there yet. But is the gym actually fun at this point? Do you actually look forward to going, or is it still like ugh?
Oh no, I do. Well, apart from leg day, did leg day last night, and it was hideous. Because I'm going to this new gym now, and they got machines to fuck you up. And so I normally started off when I was doing legs at my old gym, I'd start off by doing leg press, bit of cardio, and I'd start off with doing some leg press. Then from leg press, I go to hamstring curls. Then I'd go to quad curls. Then I would go to what would I? Something else which I can't. Calf. Then I go to calf
cheese
raises.
curls. The cheese curls.
Yeah. Cheese curls. I go to calf raises. Then I'd go to squats, and I'd end with just like holding a 15-kilo bag doing squats. For some reason, and I don't know why, and I might have to adjust accordingly, but I start off at this new gym by going onto the squat rack. So I do my cardio, then I'm straight onto the squat rack, which is when you let the machine come down and you're squatting with it to push it back up. And after I've done my 4 sets of 12 on that, I'm just like, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
Yeah. There is, and I don't know this, but there are people who look into this in a more detailed way, like the process and the order, like of alternating or working the smaller muscles, alternating with the bigger muscles. So if you blow out if you blow out your ass, I was about to say, if you blow out your glutes, your hamstrings, the bigger muscles, it's going to be harder to get in and I guess maybe calf raises or something, but. Whatever. It's like that's like so minute. Squats are the best.
I love chest day though. I'm a big chest and tricep day guy. Do love doing chest and tricep. That's my next up. So I'm actually looking forward to the next time I go for the next couple, because I got chest and tris, and then I got back and buys the day after. And I do love those 2 days. And I do like doing shoulder. I love melting with shoulders. Because shoulders are a muscle that grow really quickly.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So you as long as you're doing good shoulder exercises, your shoulders will start to define pretty quick.
And that's all the t-shirt muscles. It's really shoulders, triceps, chest. Yeah,
exactly. It's kind of like the poser muscle. So it's just from when you're looking down and you can just see the ridge bumps. It kind of just gives you that sort of I don't know, vein,
a pep in your step, as you're seeing bumps in your body that make you feel good.
Yeah, as opposed to the bumps which don't.
Az is losing weight, I am gaining weight. It's all this cycle.
It's a symbiotic relationship we have.
I am finding the weight. I got yelled at the other day for doing push-ups on my knees. They're like, your joints are loose now. You might fall. And I was like, that's like the saddest thing I've ever heard. Like, I could fall doing push-ups on my knees. Like, if I fall doing that, I'm in bad shape.
Well, I've woken up today, and my legs are like my lower legs, I feel like I completely and utterly wreck something inside them. So I'm just like, okay, maybe we're gonna leave legs a little bit longer this time. Maybe we'll do it in a
Do you
week
work
and a
with
half.
a trainer, or do you? Because that's one thing I used to hate about the gym. It's like you get there, you see all the machines, and you're completely overwhelmed. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to combine exercises. Um, I think you mentioned at one point you had maybe not a nutritionist, but someone who's helping you with an eating plan.
I did have
Do
a
you have
PT.
Okay.
I did have a personal trainer back in the day, but I'm still in contact with him now, even though he's not doing it. And I do say I must have been the worst client that you had, because you were doing all
Really?
the well, yeah, because he was doing all this stuff which I needed to do, and I was going home and eating fucking crap. So the guy, sure, he was getting paid, whatever, but from that professional standpoint, he must have been very frustrated. He must have just wanted to turn around and go, fucking
Like,
idiot.
you're wasting my valuable tips. Damn it.
Yeah, but I do watch a lot of. There are quite a few channels on YouTube that I follow that deal with which deal with gymming and exercise groups and all this kind of stuff. So I got a pretty good idea when I go. Although I am toying with the idea of a PT for HIIT training,
Ooh.
high intensity interval training.
Do they have
So
F45 in wherever you live? Have you heard of F45? It's an Australian uh,
I thought it was a
brand of
plane.
gyms. No,
Okay.
they have them in America. Well, it's an Australian company, but that was like a game changer for me. It's 45 minutes of circuit training. You walk up. They alternate strength and cardio days, but it's all basically strength and cardio, no matter what. But you lift a bit heavier on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's so good. It's 45 minutes. You're guaranteed to sweat and work hard, and you turn off your brain. You just show up and you do what they tell you. You move around. Remember how there was like curves, which was for fat women, and it was like low impact, but this is like that, but more jacked up. I guess maybe people have compared it to CrossFit, but I've never done a CrossFit. But I love
Oh
F45.
no,
That's what
I
changed my
I'm
life.
sorry, Chrissy. I'm heterosexual.
Oh, okay, good. I guess they don't have
We,
this
we don't do
gay.
we don't we don't do CrossFit around these parts.
You don't want to carry a sandbag around. Do you guys have like mud runner races? Do you have Spartan races where you live?
It's funny you should say that, because I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody recently about exercising and whatnot. And I said it would be what I would be really up for attempting a Spartan after 2 years. If I got to where I wanted to be, I would I don't care the time, how long it takes me, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't care. But I would just love I would just love to complete. I would just love to complete that, because I think I'd just see that as the cherry on top after. Because when I get to where I want to get and I reveal everything, I go through everything, where we were, where we are now, and all that sort of stuff. I'm hoping that that's going to really inspire people to make their own changes, particularly people who think, I can't do it, I'm too far gone.
Everyone
Um,
has that thought. You're like, I'm too. You think if you slip a little bit, you can get back on, but you're like, no, I've ignored myself for years, and you think it's so far away, and it's really not. And if you do like a 5K Spartan race, even it sounds like the training you're doing now, it would be a cakewalk for you. It's a 5K Spartan race is really nothing. Like you don't really need to train for it. It's what is it, like 3.5 miles and like some obstacles. It's more fun than an actual challenge. I did one that was a 10K, and that one was a little bit more of like, okay, you have to train for this. And this is where I think if there are feminists out there doing the 10K Spartan race, like there are some obstacles where you need to stand there and wait for a man to hoist you over a wall. There's some shit that's too tall for you. And if you're gonna be standing there a long time, unless you you got to bat your eyes and quickly. You got to wipe the dirt off your face, hike up your shorts a little, and hope someone comes by and hoists you over. That's what I had to do.
Yeah. I've seen Katie Sackhoff do a Spartan course, and there's a chap called Chris Broad from abroad in Japan. I love watching his channel. He did a Spartan course. He was getting himself in shape, and he did a Spartan course. And I've got a long way to go to get there. Like I said, we're still 2.5 months away from the first year being complete.
Yeah, but
Never mind
that's a big chunk. What do they say? You need 11 days to start a new habit. Like, you're well underway. A year to do anything is a huge deal. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, it takes like 2 weeks to break a habit, doesn't it?
Or for me, like one night of drinking. Do you watch that guy? Oh my God, I forget his name, but he promotes this thing called the snake diet. He's got a channel on YouTube, and it's basically him just like yelling and fat shaming. He's like, "Stop fucking eating! Just stop!"
I find stuff like that very counterproductive. If I was in a situation I was in a year ago or in 2020 and a guy was doing that to me, I'd just be like, "Oh, fuck off, mate." I think you gotta understand that probably people who get into these situations, including myself, you don't see an avenue out, and so to kind of scream and shout is not actually going to be productive for that sort of person. That sort of person needs to understand that they can make a change. Because one of the biggest problems I had was I just couldn't see how on earth I was going to repair anything. So I just didn't bother because I use that. And I just want to hear him shout now.
Hey, buddy! The easiest fucking way to start the snake diet is this. Number 1, take your fat fucking pictures, you gross pig. Take the pictures of your fat fucking nut so you have something to fucking use for contrast down the road so you can see your fucking goddamn progress. Fuck! Number 2, start a 72-hour fast on fucking snake juice. No food, you fat pig. Okay? Drink snake juice. If you don't know how to fucking make it, go to my fucking YouTube channel, figure it out. You can go to the grocery store, buy your own products, or buy fucking snake juice packs off the fucking internet. Okay? Get an electronic fucking scale and weigh yourself every day. The trend is your friend. It will make you auto-regulate so you don't fuck up your fucking refeeds. Get the fucking urine ketone strip for accountability. Fast until those things are fucking purple. And stop fucking eating, fatty.
There
I went to pick up the delivery downstairs and I still heard him through the headphones.
This is like angrier, less.
I think that's a
kink. Less funny.
That's just a kink there.
Yeah, that's the highest level of yelling and fat shaming for sure.
I'm not looking to diet though. That's just the thing. I'm not looking to diet. I'm looking for a lifestyle change. It's different. I'm looking to create better habits. To create better habits, not demonize food, and learn moderation and all that sort of stuff. I always think diets are so easy just to fall off because you don't really understand where you go after the diet, after you've stopped the diet. And you tend to just go back to what you know. And so that's why I think they they
like,
do
how
tend
do I have fun again? No. Can you guys hear that squeaking?
Yeah, that's a wah wah.
God.
Tell Frank to stop it. Frank, stop eating the chew toy. Come on.
Squeaking. She's like, we're having a serious conversation and there's a squeaky Santa toy happening. I think she's heckling. She's like truly heckling the interview.
Just like,
get out of here,
Muffin. I want to eat chocolate. Doggy chocolate.
That didn't help at all, Frank. She brought it back in.
Yeah. If you don't know what to do after a diet, you tend to revert back to your old routine. So if you build up a change in how you eat, then that tends to stick with you because you understand it much better.
And you have to separate, like if you're a person who rewards yourself with like a treat or a snack or something, you got to substitute something else in because a lot of dieting is fighting like the little kid part of you because like the adult part of you is like knows what's best, but the kid part of you is like, well, you're kind of like making a deal. You're like, well, I know I can eat whatever the fuck I want. There's truly nothing stopping me, but you have to literally like kind of shake hands with with your inner child and be like, it's okay. There's a bigger plan here. But that is tough. The how do I live?
Or even if you say, "Hey, I've been really good on my new eating habits. I fancy something a bit dirty once a month or something. Maybe I'll have a donut, something like that. Just get a donut instead of a box of like you probably used to do. You know, just do something like that and see how that goes. Because I found early doors when I was changing my eating habits, and then saying to myself, okay, I've changed this for 2 or 3 weeks. Let's just give myself a bit of a treat for doing so, and then we'll get back on it next day. And then you'd do that, and then suddenly you'd find that, oh wait, actually, this is quite enjoyed that. This is not so easy to suddenly give up again. And so you start to build up in your head what you can do and what you can't do. I know that I can't do that again because I'm going to start falling off a wagon on that one. So you try and find something that you think's a little bit of a treat, but it's not that bad ultimately.
Yeah.
You should kind of find a compromise area. So like a little treat that I have at the moment is actually protein crisps.
Ooh, are those like pop?
Yeah, they're like pop crisps.
Okay.
Much lower in calories. It's like how much is a bag? A bag is what, these like 35. Yeah, 35. So this is 142 calories, and something like that. Like, yeah, you kind of feel like you've had some crisp chips, whatever you want to call them. There's a decent bit of flavor on them, whether it be whatever you get, barbecue, chili, sweet chili, whatever. And so it just feels like you've had something, yeah.
That's good. What helped us a lot when we were doing, like, Frank was doing more carnivore, I was doing what I would call a messy keto, but we would get this Morton's rock salt. And I think it's white or pink, and we found, like, I would just keep some. It really did look like crystal meth or something. I would keep some in like a little tiny container just in my purse, and when I get a craving for something, you just pop in a few of these salt crystals, and I swear it killed the craving. Most of your like it killed like if you have craving like chips or just throwing in some salt and then drink a bunch of water. And I know it sounds insane probably to people who've never done it, but it really does help. It just kind of confuses your brain and your taste buds, and then you kind of get over it.
Yeah, I bought some a little while ago. I bought a little tub of sweets, like sugary sweets. I thought, yeah, let's have a treat of some of that. And I actually ended up having a couple and throwing it away because it tasted awful.
Wow. What were they?
It just tasted, it was gummies? Just like chews, like gummy chews with bit of sugar on top, and it's sort of like those I don't know how the best way to describe them. Sort of like very sort of like puffy chews, but there's like coated in sugar. And I thought, oh, this would be a nice little sugary treat just to get that little thing. And I was just like, wow, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna let's get rid of them.
Your tastes do change. Like at this point, that's one of my proudest things. Like when I first met Frank, he was drinking soda like every day. Like he just grew up in a soda house, whereas I didn't at all. And I think I got him off of soda for the most part, but I did get him on to coffee, which I think is still better because you can always regulate the amount of sugar in your coffee. You can't with soda. So
sure. Yeah.
And now when he has soda, he's just like, ugh, you have a couple sips, you remember what it's like, and then you're like, okay, off of that. But I'm so proud of you. This is very cool. And that's what it's all about, is making it livable and fun. And like, I am by no means an expert. I haven't mastered shit. Like I'm barely, I thought I'd be working out my whole pregnancy, like going 3 times a week as usual. And it's like there's certain days they don't even want to see me there. Like I went on I went on a Monday, and I swear the trainer like rolled her eyes. She was like, because it was a full class, and she's like, "You're gonna have to modify everything, Chrissy. Like you can't get up on the block, you can't lift the thing, you can't drag the thing, you can't get up on the bar and do pull-ups." And I was like, I did feel disabled. I was like, wow, I feel like
It becomes addictive though. That's the beauty. It does become addictive. Like I do love going to the gym now. I do love. I got a long way to go, but I do love going. And I do love that pain that you get, through doing your weights and whatnot. Those aches and pains, they feel good.
Yeah, it's good to feel sore. I was like, "Oh, this is what a porn star must feel like. This is nice. This is fun."
Yes.
Do you get recognized as at the gym?
Do you know, if you asked me that question, if we were doing this stream 24 hours ago, I'd say no. But last night, I was on the machine on one of the machines, and I had my headphones on as per usual, and I saw a guy sort of looking across, and then he pointed.
He winked at you.
And hi Simon, by the way. He looked over, and I thought he's asking me how many sets I got left. So I literally just went like, "Oh, this is my last set." And then he's like, "Ooh!" Then he sort of saw his eyes sort of like light up a bit. And he sort of like held his hand out for a shake, and I was like, "Oh no, he recognizes me." So I took the headphones off, and he's just like, "Oh, how you doing? I watch your stuff." And
Wow.
I knew you sort of lived around this area, but I had no idea. Where I was like, "Well, I don't live here. I actually do travel in to get here. I live out in the sticks, but." Yeah, so I just said hello, and he's like, "Next time you're on stream, say hi, Simon." So hi, Simon.
Hi, Simon. Maybe Simon could be your gym buddy. He could.
Simon says,
"What's
well,
it
I'm
called
very,
when someone
I do
stands
like,
over you and like helps you lift a chest press?" Spotted.
I like putting my headphones on and going for it. That's what I like doing. Headphones on, let my music take over, and I get lost in it. Even when I go with my mate, because I tend to go with my mate quite a lot. I didn't last night. I tend to go with him quite a lot. And even when we go together, we just go off and do our own thing. And then we just meet up
And then you're like, "I'll see you
afterwards.
later in the steam room."
Yeah, see you later in the steam room, honey. Slap that ass on the way out.
That is so important. I know it sounds so gay to be like, "You need an accountability partner," but like, especially if you fucking hate going to the gym, like it really helps having somebody either find a class you like or find a buddy and try to link up, because it's so easy. If you don't, you kind of do have to tell people. Like that's what you did. You kind of put it out there. You're like, "I'm making a change," and then people can start calling you out when it's like, "Oh yeah, what happened to your
exactly?
You're not doing the things you said you were doing," and it's like, fuck. And
that's why I brought my Sunday show back, was so that I got some accountability, and because I was going through the time periods of it, the show, and it was so spasmodic. And then April of last year, I was just like, right, no, I need to do this because I'm going on this journey now, and I need a weekly show where I can discuss this with the audience and tell them the progress or lack thereof of progress. And I do find that tends to not just keep me accountable, but it also it can focus me as to why I'm not doing something. Like I was doing well, and then like October to December, I just couldn't shift anything. I was going up, down, up, down, up, down, but essentially being the same weight, just a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up. And then I was kind of like, why? And then it's just like, they got to the point, it's just like, you know why? You know exactly why. You derailed a bit on the food. You're not keeping the log. You're sort of not keeping an idea of the calories that you're putting in. So it was pretty, it ended up being pretty easy to identify and believe, crazily enough, since Christmas, since the 28th or 29th of December, I think it's 29th of December in the morning, I got on the scales, shifted 2.5 stone since the 29th of December.
Again,
So
you're going to need to give that to me in pounds.
Okay, that's so in 6 weeks, took off about 34 pounds. About
Holy
35 pounds.
shit. That's
Yeah.
That's like serious.
But that is just me understanding to really tighten up the diet to what I've been doing. I'm sort of taking in 1,300 to 1,500 calories a day. That's it in terms of
Whoa.
calories, but it's good food. It's good food. So I'm taking in about, let's say, 1,500 calories a day, making sure that you're strict on that, making sure you're strict on when you're going to the gym, and when you're at the gym, putting the effort in. So yeah, this year we've got off to a bit of a rocket start, but I gotta keep it going. I'm a man with a plan, and I gotta keep it going.
I love this. This is what we call big dick energy, as, and you're full of it. So you've been recognized.
I've been told that a few times in my life.
You've been recognized at the gym. Are there any sort of like, is this a lady gym? Is this a man gym? Are there ladies sort of like?
It's a unisex gym.
Okay.
It's a unisex gym, and there is a ladies gym if the ladies want it, so they can go off.
But they don't. They don't.
Oh, there's definitely some thottage going on. I've walked in already and seen it's the same every time. Mid-20s, white, blonde, long-haired females. That's it. It's a specific look every time, and they're already there with their tight as fuck yoga pants, sometimes flesh colored, setting up their cameras. Setting up the cameras with the tripod, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, you don't see any Indian chicks doing this shit. You don't see any like Chinese broads bending over with yoga pants.
Not seen a lot of Muslims do it either.
No.
Have seen a lot of white, mid-20, blonde, long-haired females though do it on the reg.
Anyone wafting anything in your direction?
No.
I bet they are, and you're just in your headphones. You'll notice it. But I say come spring, as I'm gonna follow up with you April. Okay. I think come spring there's gonna be some wafting.
There's no, because they're young enough to be my fucking daughter.
Doesn't matter.
And
doesn't matter.
That's so Hollywood of you.
I mean, they have to be like obviously 21. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. But no, it's I just when I'm there, as crazy as it may sound, I'm there to gym. I'm not there to look. You know,
such a dude.
If somebody's desperately making you or desperately trying to make you look, ain't worth it. Don't even go there. That's a fucking problem. That's a fucking red flag right there. Just get on with your shit. Toots, get on with it. And nobody gives a fuck. And that's what I'm like when I'm down there. I just go focus mode.
That's good. I love this. Notorious Network, thank you for becoming a new member. Jake Hudson, Chrissie 2024. Well, this is not how I wanted to announce my presidential run, but thank you, Jake Hudson. I am running. Sure. Charles Hurst, way to go, Az. Yes, a lot of praise for Az in the chat. Push-ups, Az, how can I support Manchester's economy? This is something I
leave Manchester.
I did want to get. Thank you, Push-ups, for bringing this up, because I have been fascinated with Manchester nightlife over the last couple weeks. How far is that? How far is that from you, by the way?
Manchester, 25, 30 miles away.
Oh, okay, that's not far.
And I was lurking. I lurked a little bit in the stream last night.
Good. We love lurkers. Do you have this where you live? Do you have specimens such as these? I'll put it on mute. Is this like an all over the UK? Do women dress
This is 100%. Yeah, this is a typical UK Friday, Saturday night. Yeah.
These are denim underpants with a belt.
Yes, they are. Yes, there are. Yes, they are. Yeah.
This is the worst. These butter straps. I call her butter straps.
There's a lot of Butterface here, by the way, you tend to find.
Is there something that happens in the UK where you get issued when you turn 18 as a woman? You get issued like a pair of very thin, strappy sandals and a pair of white go-go boots, because those are the only shoes I see.
Well, I think it's actually law in the UK that when a girl hits 18 years of age, she has to be taught how to not walk in heels. And so they go through an intense training process of how your ankle will persistently wobble when you're walking, and how the biggest injury that you're going to get is most likely sprained ankles. Yeah,
Ankle related.
yeah, ankle related injuries. Ahoy! I was
She's
watching
cute.
it when there was the let's be nice, the very thick lady, and
Yes.
she'd already zipped down her boots, and her hand was bleeding, and
That's my favorite.
she looked like well, she looked like she could have been a victim on a crime show, if you know what I mean. It
I
was
have
like
to find it. She's my
awful.
absolute favorite. Ugh. Come
But
back.
this is very typical of Leeds night out, Manchester night out, London night out, any sort of major sit. There she is. Any,
There she is.
like,
I love her.
What?
I love this girl so much. She's bleeding. The zip, the
Yeah.
boots are unzipped.
Unzip. Yeah, she can barely walk.
She's tumbling out of the,
Darius has probably just absolutely pummeled her in the bathroom. Because the bathrooms become the place for the coitus on the night out.
Yeah, of course. She looks
Yes.
like when I have to go to the Italian deli during the holidays with my mother-in-law, there is a big, like, 200-pound prosciutto hanging that has to age for 8 months. She reminds me of that.
I think she's got a 200-pound prosciutto hanging.
I'm waiting for her at home. Like, just one text away.
I think yeah, I mean that image there is the perfect freeze frame that you could possibly get. She's she's actually on the texting a boyfriend. That's what she's doing. She's texting a boyfriend, wondering why he's not coming home.
Oh my god.
But we all know the reason why.
I don't understand it. I think like women just young women default to like, oh, it's got to be very, very short and very tight, everything. It's all about balance, and you really don't need much, especially if you're a bigger girl. Like this girl, honestly, she could never set foot in a gym. She doesn't have to lose a pound, and she's not completely unsalvageable. She needs to do boobs forward. She needs to focus on the cleavage. She needs to do a deep V-neck. She needs to cover her legs, longer skirt. She needs to find shoes that at least zip up, and like she could look totally fine. Her face is fine. You know what I mean? Like there's no shaping in anything she's wearing. It's all this cheap Shein stuff from China. This whole outfit is $5. I can guarantee you that.
I honest to God, I've no idea what this is. I've no idea what's going on here at all. It's the most bizarre neckline-esque. What is that?
Everything's too small. Everything's too small for her, obviously. But she's kind of giving herself a mammogram here with this tank top. This whole outfit is meant for someone at least 20 to 30 pounds lighter. I think this is a tank top. She's not wearing a bra, by the way, which is why her boobs look sort of smushed down.
Yeah.
Like baloney. And so it's not giving her a good shape. Like she has boobs. Again, like you're ahead of the game. You have boobs, but you need something that's going to perk the girls up instead of like smushing them down in a way. That's your best feature. And I think.
Do you think her bra's in a bag? Do you think she had the bra and then when she was in the toilet getting railed,
I'm just gonna take it off.
She took it off. Yeah, she's like, it's hurting, man.
I think she did not leave her house with a bra because it wouldn't have fit under that shirt. I think there may have intended to be like a bit of a drape on that shirt, but again, her boobs are way too big. It's just like it's acting like a little bit of a tube top. The straps are doing nothing. It's really just underpants.
I don't know if it's been like pulled, like pulled down and stretched down or something.
Yeah, her body is trying to tell her not to wear this, but she's not listening.
Let's just say, I don't think it would catch my eye.
Az, would you be if you saw a lady with a bleeding hand, would that would that dissuade you from approaching her?
Number one, you won't catch me dead on a night out like this.
You don't. Come on, you're telling me when you don't hit your goal, you're not gonna be like fucking out there chugging the waters.
That's a young person's game. I've been there. I've done that. that's over for me now. That part of my life is done. I'll leave it to the next generation of slapper, and it's a different type of slapper now. Like when I know this is going to sound bad, but when I was this age, you would very rarely see somebody like this. Most people were a lot thinner back then.
We all got bigger.
All of us were. Yeah, well, I think society just has in general. And an outfit like that, have some dignity, woman. Come on.
But you know what it is? It's like
they're
not getting shamed. They're not getting shamed by their friends or their family, and clearly, like someone's cooking up with them. It's if no one was talking to you all night and you were getting shamed, you would reassess the outfit.
Why? I got a question for you. As a lady of boba, you are so gifted in said department. What is with this no bra? Look, no bra, no bra. It's like, what is with this whole no bra business going on?
The no bra business. This is so whatever website. It's probably Shein. It's probably something cheap. The models who model these clothes are like they're like basically still models. They're tall, they're thin, and they're maybe an A cup. So a lot of these shirts are meant for women that are like really small up top. And like sometimes things look kind of cute without a bra. It's a fashion thing too. It's like a high fashion thing is no bra, but it doesn't translate to reality. Like these women have, I guess, what you would call normal bodies. But they make themselves look worse by none of them are wearing any kind of undergarments. That includes bra, that includes like shapewear. I'm not saying you got to do like a full girdle, but like a little bit of like a shaping underwear does wonders. Like you keep your curves, you just flatten out your bulges. They're not doing any shapewear in Manchester. They're not doing bras. It's and they look at the models and they go, oh, okay, they're not wearing a bra. And maybe they want to have like a nipple moment, but it's just not worth it.
What, nip slip or just
like a
it's a little bit chilly in here.
Yeah, like a nippy, like a nipping out.
Yeah.
Well, like Kim Kardashian made this line of, and it's kind of brilliant because it really fills like a kind of need in the market. I remember during the Sex and the City days, because I would watch that show, Samantha, she would go out and she had these fake, I hope you're somewhat familiar with Sex and the City. She had these fake nipples. They were like plastic. She would just put them on the inside of her bra and it looked like her nips were always hard. And she'd be like walking around town and be like, look, and like, I actually bought a couple pairs. This was like many years ago. And maybe like a couple times wore them out. And you do feel like scandalous. You're like, ooh. And then you're like, this is New York City. I'm gonna get attacked. So I stopped that. But now Kim Kardashian with her Skims brand, she made a bra that's padded, lifted, and then has the nipples on the outside. So you could be fully supported with padded push-up bra, but still have that like hard nip look, which didn't exist.
So what you're saying is women, false advertising.
There's a lot more opportunities for false advertising. As you can buy a fake ass, you could buy a fake camel toe and wear that under your underwear, under your yoga pants. I feel bad for you guys. It's hard to tell.
It's there's nothing more discouraging to a man than a push-up bra. The reality versus the fiction. It's just like
you take it off and you go, oh.
Yeah, it's like oh.
So what's better? Maybe it is better to have these women that are out there not wearing bras. At least you know what they're working with. You're like, it's smushed down, but at least it's real.
I don't know. I'm pretty much into the team that all of those ladies should have been arrested for a hate crime.
Because they hate themselves.
Yeah. Or just hate society in general. And definitely hate themselves. Definitely hate people with eyes. It's.
But you're saying this is across the UK. This is not specific to Manchester.
No. This is a UK epidemic. Yeah, I could go to my local town on a Friday night. I would see a lot of that going on. To which extremes? I mean, we saw some examples there for sure. But yeah, it is a British epidemic, I'm afraid.
I guess it works. I mean, if it works for them. But you know what? If there were videos of how I dressed in my early 20s, you know, what was popular back then was like I really like Abercrombie and Hollister. Like I would wear like a cutoff short, like a tank top. What I wasn't like spilling out of anything because I wasn't I had like no confidence, but I wasn't and my boobs came way later. I also had braces till
Yeah, but in the 90s,
22.
you in the 90s when my heyday of going out, you know, even if you had like a tube top, I wouldn't have had a tube top going on. You know, should normally maybe have like a black skirt, and then there'd be black tights, then some maybe
Yeah.
knee highs or some high boots, you know, just under the knee, and it was actually like a nice, attractive look.
Proportional, right? Because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you're gonna do less on top, you gotta do more on the
more
bottom.
down below.
Do
Yeah.
tights. Do a
Yeah.
high boot, a longer skirt if you're gonna do like a spaghetti strap or a tube top, or like if you're gonna do short skirt, do a long jacket, like the song says.
Sure. You know, so yeah, I mean that's I mean, oh, man, that's just like slapping shit on the table and going, "What do you think?" And the
Well, if
answer
you're
is
hungry, you'll
no.
eat whatever's on the table. Some people will.
Well,
Call
100. I'm sure there's plenty of guys that night they'll just be like, "Oh, fucking hell, like I'll have her, like you know, fucking hell, like she's fucking asking for it, isn't she?"
Is that a Manchester accent?
No. Now, if it's Manchester, be like this, like fucking hell, like I'd fucking have her. Look at her, fucking massive slapper.
It's a little more nasally. They're all cute. I find them all endearing. Gollum's half botched circumcision.
Kind of comes from there, not
My
Manchester.
finger's
Like,
bleeding. I'm in Manchester.
my God, fucking hell, mate. I fucking finger banged this till my fucking fingers bled. You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Your tube top's
I got
falling
fucking
off, Tracy.
foreign first time, man. Foreign first time. Fucking
You gotta be
sweet.
careful. These migrants are gonna rape you. No, that's Australian.
Now, Liverpool's different. Liverpool's like this. You see, if you're on Liverpool, then it's kind of rose a little bit more Liverpool. Like, fucking hell, look at that lass over there. Like, she's really like fit. I fuck her.
I like that. Good morning from the 199.
Now do a Vulcan accent. Illogical.
God, I can't. The dark side would love. Good morning. Just stop by to sim for Prango Chrissy, and call Skinny as a bigot. Bring on the offensive comedy, please. Hail Simcast, hail FNT. Thank you, dark side would love. My goodness, how.
What do you think about Shane
kind.
Gillis being fired from
Okay.
SNL and now he's gonna actually host the show?
I think it's very interesting. There are so many different ways you can look at it. I think I could see right wingers just thinking he's a tool of Anheuser-Busch. Like I could see them being like, yeah, sorry, it's too little too late. And it is for Bud Light. Bud Light will forever be known as the trans beer. It's always going to be the fucking gay beer. There's always going to be, if you're drinking a gay beer, if you're drinking a Bud Light in public, I would say 7 times out of 10, one of your buddies is probably going to make a comment or a joke about it. It's just so ingrained and woven into the culture at this point. Like you're never not going to think of that. Of course, there's going to be a population of people who don't fucking care. And that's the thing is the people who drank Bud Light are not like connoisseurs. They're just mostly just regular dudes. Like you drink Bud Light because it's there and it's cold. You're not like, oh, I need hops, I need flavor, I need artisanal small batches. You're like, no, it's fucking here, and I've worked all day, and I just want to take the edge off. And they pissed off their core customer base. They took something that was pretty apolitical and definitely gave it a political bent by involving Dylan Mulvaney. And then
the irony, of course, being Dylan Mulvaney being the biggest con man on the fucking planet. That's the hilarity.
Didn't have to get boobs done. Didn't have to get his dick cut off.
Hasn't done anything. He's had a little bit of his jawline shaved off, and that's it.
He's a man with a tight face. He has truly not much skin in the game. He could wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to being a gay dude, and they'd be like, great.
Yeah. Which
And
he
they
will
love
do in within the next 5-10 years, no doubt.
Really? Let's take bets. Okay,
Sure.
when is he gonna transition back? I'm gonna say
Well, by transitioning back, you mean just take his dress off?
right. He's
Yeah.
just gonna put pants on.
Yeah. Gonna put
2020
jeans on. Just gonna put
I would
jeans and a t-shirt on and be like, I'm just gonna suck cock again, just as a guy.
I wanna say, yeah, I wanna say 2026 or 2027 or maybe
Mm.
sooner, but that's a really generous 2026, I'm gonna say.
He's made his money. He's made his money.
Oh,
Maybe a
yeah.
couple more maybe a
He's
couple more
got
years of getting the bag, and then it'd be like, right.
He's got enough to live on. He's made more than he would ever made, doing Book of Mormon. He was dabbling. Well, more than dabbling. He was legitimately doing Broadway shows, Broadway actor, uh, but made more of I guess, a cultural impact. If you're thinking like, I'm just doing this for attention, fame, he's definitely hit
Yeah,
the mark
he was
there.
doing everything before this stuck.
Yeah.
You know, he was
So
trying all different things, and they weren't working. And then he did this, and it stuck, and he rolled with it, and now
yeah.
biggest con man on the planet. Brilliant, well done. You made your coin.
And they've pissed off exactly like it's like the Venn diagram perfectly lined up. It's like the guys that are pissed off with this are also lined up with the guys that drink Bud Light, and it was very stupid. It was very arrogant on the part of Anheuser-Busch. Whoever that chick was that I think ended up getting fired or quitting, that was saying,
Yeah, she's
"Oh,
fired now. Yeah,
we wanna move our core base away from the frat guys and blue collar guys." And it's like, well, that's the people who fucking buy Bud Light. Good luck with that. It's like they got too greedy. Not everything can be gay and trans and appeal to like white liberal women. Sorry, that's why there's spiked seltzer. Okay, it's like not everyone can be the Cheesecake Factory. You can't turn every brand into we offer something for everyone. That's fucking impossible. So they got too arrogant and like
but the
Bud Light,
hilarity
that's
is
a lesson.
it's a reality check. It's a reality check. We want this audience. Okay, there you go. It's virtually non-existent in reality. Yeah. Congratulations. All yours. Now, by the way, you pissed off because you actively told them we want to get rid, which is what the comic book industry's done, which is what a lot of industries have done. They've alienated the vast proportion of who actually purchases their product.
Yep. And you know what? There's enough choice out there that you're not just stuck drinking Bud Light. You can, if you want to drink another cheap beer, like there's PBR. There's, I think Yingling did particularly well after Bud Light tanked. There's a lot of brands that'll be there to pick up the slack. Yeah, what is
There's a ton. You got Carling, you got Beck's, you got Stella. You know, there's so many like standard beers before going into anything else that Bud. I love self-inflicted gunshot wounds to the head. I love them.
So now, it's definitely too little, too late. I mean, God, when did all this shit pop off with Dylan? Last spring. Was it last March? And so now you've waited basically a full year to come up with something else. I think Bud Light, they ran a bunch of commercials with horses, like Clydesdale, like they were trying to harken back to their glory days. But it's too much. It's like the whole boat has filled up with water and you're just taking one bucket out. It's not going to make a difference. It's too little too late for Bud Light specifically. But if Anheuser-Busch wants to look like they're taking the piss out of themselves and they're being self-aware and they let Shane just completely roast them on this, that could save the brand as a whole a little bit of damage control, but nothing's going to help Bud Light at this point. If they want to help maybe prop up a different beer or something, or I don't know, their fucking seltzers or
Was it Miller? Was it Miller that also was going down that route, but they went down the intersectional feminist route, and they got the woman going, "We're getting rid of all the attractive ladies in bikinis selling Bud Light, selling Miller," and then like within moments of that sort of going into the public zeitgeist, everyone was posting pictures of her with the tits out in a show. And it's just like,
yeah, you're right. Okay, let me see.
It was so. I love it when shit like that happens. But Bud have never apologized. That is one of the big things which people have consistently said. is that Bud Anheuser-Busch have not apologized for the Bud Light debacle. So, and even until that is on the table for a lot of people, it's a no-go.
They're not gonna apologize because that would mean that they failed. And
Well, it means that they failed, and also they'd see an apology as a slight against the alphabet mafia.
Right. It's like what happened with the the Dodgers, the baseball team here. There were a lot of back and forths, I think, over the summer. It was during Pride Month. They were going to acknowledge, I think they're called the Ladies of Perpetual Temptation, the Ladies of Perpetual Devastation, or Perpetual AIDS. I don't know. They were going to give them a special award and then or like acknowledge them in a special way. And then they decided against it. And then they threw a shit fit, and then they went back to. So you can't win. You can't apologize.
Don't pander in the first place, then.
Yeah, don't pander.
Don't pander in the first place.
So now
it's a lose-lose situation for you all day, every day.
Then they successfully pissed off both sides. So you just never apologize. So Bud Light turns on woke as it partners with comedian Shane Gillis, who is notorious for foul-mouthed, racist, and homophobic jokes. If anything, like, okay, Shane is great.
On a street. I've done a video with Shane. You know,
he's funny. He's good to be.
I got invited onto a Kurt Metzger show.
I love Kurt.
I know there was me, Shane, and Kurt, and I barely had a thing to say because all they would talk about was the circuit, the comedy circuit, which I got nothing to add to that. Anyway, Kurt was just like, "I'll get you back on again. I'll get you back on." And Shane was nice. Shane's good. He was a nice guy. So Kurt says, "I'll get you back on again." So he invites us back on again. I don't know, a few months later, whatever. And it's me. Shane Long is there now, who I think is fucking amazing. And I'm just like, I've been on 2 shows with Kurt, and I've got Shane Long and fucking Shane Gillis.
2 Shanes.
And then they just talk complete and utterly, not just about the circuit, but job. I don't think I said a whole word in the whole fucking stream.
That's the worst feeling. I really do sometimes feel that way occasionally on F&T, if it's just like a few topics in a row where I'm like, fuck, I don't have the lore. I don't have the years of knowledge on this topic. And I feel like, oh God, like just
you watch it. You watch
just make
a
joke. Just make a dick joke. Just make a racist joke. But I know that feeling. That's cool though. So Shane is going to be fine with or without SNL. I'm sure he's making enough to live at this point. It was a big splash to even be thought of for SNL. And then the way he did apologize, but I don't think he gave a kind of sniveling apology that I've seen a lot of comedians do. I think he should just go really hard on SNL. Even be disrespectful, like fucking drop the mic, bail out of the sketches. I would say do go rogue on your monologue, even like just go hard. Be like, yeah, you guys fucking hired me, then fired me over a podcast, and then I got Bud Light, and here you are crawling back. It just goes to show you if you reach a certain level of fame, it does not really matter what your politics are, because they wouldn't have it. He's just as funny now as when he was when they were going to hire him in 2019. So it's like, it doesn't matter your level of talent. And do you have the right political opinions? Do the right people like you and approve of you? That's it. Oh, and now that he's super famous with Bud Light, they're going to come crawling back. It's like, you have no fucking scruples, you people.
It'd be great if he says something like, I'm no Dylan Mulvaney, but
yeah. So I hope he just fucking sticks it to them. And you know what? Like he would have been fine, but he had, similar to, I think, like most of us, you have not just haters, but people who log everything you do for years. He had a guy just waiting in the wings, being like, he was just like ready to go with these old podcasts of him saying chink. And so as soon as he got hired, he was like, he just released them. And
we still say that in the UK for a Chinese.
Yeah.
Should we go for a chinky? Should we go for a Chinese takeaway?
And if you listen to the episodes that he was canceled from SNL for, they're not crazy. He just is like neuters. It's funny. It's not. It's really nothing. It's pretty tame in my opinion, but maybe
most of it's born off nothing anyway, and it's
yeah.
it's just all.
I think Shane, take their money, take Bud Light's money, take the fame and the press from doing SNL. Stick to your guns. Don't overly apologize for anything. I think like keep going how you've been going. I think he's on a good track. But of course, there's gonna be people who are like, "Oh, you're a sellout for even doing SNL. You're a sellout for taking Bud Light's money." And it's like, okay, we're comedians. Nothing we do is stable. We have no stable income. You got to take the gigs where they come and how they come. You don't really have choice over that, and it's all going to be a net positive for him.
It was either this or drinking my own piss, so I decided to partner up with Bud Light.
The Killer Spotlight, wishing there was a way to support all your channels on an annual basis. Hope you're all well. Thank you, Killer Spotlight. We appreciate you. Slaglust, thank you for the 20. You get an orange drop.
My spine, I've got my orange.
Marianne.
Do you think it's fair to mock Marvel's employees for their past politics and beliefs and worry about the product they put out, but it's not okay for others to do the same to girls you want to bang? Oh, hi, Az. Let me read this again. Do you think it's fair to mock Marvel's employees for their past politics and beliefs and worry about the product they put out, but it's not okay? First of all,
I think I know exactly what they're going on about.
You to mock anyone and everyone you like. I mean, that's my overall belief as a comic. Mock away.
It's in a reference to the Soska sisters because they acted in a film as actors, and they put out a tweet. Was it 8 years ago? Where they went, "Good morning, our trans friends." And so apparently that means they must be cast into the fires of Mount Doom. and everyone should disassociate. And yeah.
Are those artists from the Ripperverse, or they're
Yes, yeah. They're writers. They're writers for the upcoming book, which is going to be smash hit.
Ew. My God. And occasionally someone will try to take, and I'm very open about my sort of political journey and becoming more awake. I mean, you could. And I don't really delete tweets, so you could go back to probably 2016 and you'd find tweets of mine that be like, "I hate Trump." Like, absolutely.
You go 2016 with me. I'm huge Orange Man bad. I've made this very aware. I've made people complete and utterly aware. Do I get questioned? No. Do people question me? But no. And by the way, I mock Marvel on their current politics, not their past politics, their current politics, which is being inserted. You want me to take that same thing and do it to a tweet that was said 8 years ago? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Then in which case, go after me for all my Orange Man bad. Go after me for let's shake up Doctor Who and get a female doctor in. You come after me for that.
That makes sense. Sergey Berengard, as you need to chill. None of that matters because you can be healthy at any set. Huh? What? Heart attack? Oh, never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, there's one of the channels that I do watch about health and lifting and all this kind of stuff. He absolutely annihilates the fit at any size myth, which is complete nonsense.
Oh yeah,
and so that's great.
And I know I'm supposed to be bigger because I'm pregnant right now, but like I'm 30 pounds more than when I got married, and like it's like it's harder to walk, even though this is like good weight because there's a person inside me. It's like it's your back hurts. It's everything that you're carrying around more. Like your body's like, fuck, I am carrying more weight than I'm meant to, and it's like it affects your back. It's like things are creaky and then hard to strength train.
50 kilograms. 50 kilograms since April of last year. When I was doing the legs last night, I was moving these 25 kilo weights
It's 110 pounds, by the
Yeah,
way, 50
110 odd, yeah.
kilograms,
Give
110
or
pounds.
take. Yeah. So I'm just slightly, but it's give or take 50 kilograms. And I'm taking these 25 kilogram plates off to move. And I'm just thinking to myself, fuck, I've lost 2 of these.
Wow.
2 of these, and you're like, no wonder your back was fucked, your knees were fucked, you couldn't do anything, you couldn't walk anywhere, you couldn't be mobile. Like, just imagine holding a 25 kilo in both hands.
Shit.
And then just walking around all day, just this existing, everything that you did, sat down, stood up, you got
Everything's
these
harder. Yeah, like, of course I
Yeah,
didn't feel like
oh.
going out. Of course I didn't feel like getting clothes that look nice on me. You're like, it affects everything.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Mark Zart, thank you for the yellow boy.
And it was all yellow.
Good
So you just
morning.
got a load of music clips based off color.
I do. I have one for pink, red, yellow, and orange. That's it.
Okay.
Good morning and happy Monday, Chrissie AZ Frank Baby Muffin Waffles. What? I won that round, by the way. I took this. I took it and I kept it.
Oh. Hi, Senna. Oh, gotcha.
She was squeaking it just to fuck with me, and she'll do that. And this is Muffin, and she'll take socks, and she'll have a sock in my sock or Frank's sock in her mouth, and she'll just sort of like look at you and like hold it in her mouth, and then you go to take it, and she's like, and then she'll try to. She wants to be chased, but I'm like, why do we spend money on dog toys? We could just roll up our socks and throw them at her. What women wear in the gyms these days leaves little to the imagination, and then they complain when men look at them. I can understand, as I got into better shape, I did want to wear, light colored leggings because you can see more of your muscle definition in like light colored clothes. Like I can understand as a chick, like wanting to see yourself in fitted stuff because you're like, ooh, I am looking better. This is cool. Especially if you've been like kind of fat your whole adult life. You're like, wow, this is nice. But there's a way to do it. Like there's a way to dress that you're like, okay, I can see my muscles working. I'm feeling good about myself. There's a line between that and how you behave. That's going to piss off dudes that are just trying to get in a workout. Because no dude wants to feel like, are you trying to distract me on purpose? Like if you distract me by accident, that's fine. It's a gym. It's going to happen. But if a dude can tell like, oh, this is attention seeking behavior instead of like, oh, you're a hot chick at the gym that I may or may not ever approach. Right. You got to learn to toe that line because guys will get upset if they think that you're looking for a viral moment or you're looking to trap them in something where they look stupid or yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was, when I was there a couple of nights ago, I was on the bicep curl machine, and just over to my right hand side, there's the pec deck, and there was a lass on the pec deck. You're not going to believe this: white, mid-20s, long blonde hair.
No,
and she was wearing tan leggings, tight tan leggings, and she had like a blue crop top on, which in itself was pretty revealing in itself. And I just done a set. You keep your head up when you're doing a set. I was just doing a set, and your peripheral vision picks up stuff because we have peripheral vision. And she literally just took her blue top off, and she had just like a sports bra on. She just literally just took that off and then put it down. I'm just like, you're essentially butt naked right now in the gym. Then she gets up, goes over to what is a boyfriend who's on the weights area, on the free weights area, and just starts snogging him. It's kind of like,
I feel torn about boyfriends and girlfriends at the gym. Like I can understand no, because you can really focus and like a good workout, you're gonna look ugly at times. So I think especially if it's a newer boyfriend too, it's like I don't really want them to see me like sweating and grunting and in this way. But again, if it's accountability buddy, we're helping each other get into better shape, that's fine. Because there are a bunch of couples that come to my F45 gym, and then like I kind of roll my eyes, I'm like, oh, that's kind of gay, but I'm like, no, that's sweet, good for them, they're helping each other. So I guess I feel torn about the whole bringing your girlfriend to the gym thing.
I
But
don't think there's anything wrong whatsoever bringing your girlfriend to the gym, going to the gym with your girlfriend, working out. I see there's tons of couples at the gym that go to my gym. It's when you just engage in behavior like that. You can go an hour.
yeah, no
You can go an
snogging.
hour. Yeah, you can go an hour without that. You know, it's just like, come on now. Come on.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely a line between like, yeah, you want to look good and feel good and like see your improvement
It's
versus
clearly
like,
just attention-seeking behavior. The whole thing is just attention-seeking.
don't act like a dick tease. Okay. If you want to
Oh, by the
wear
way,
the
her
tan
boyfriend
leggings,
is,
wear a bigger shirt.
yeah, but that's just it. Her boyfriend is in. He was clearly he's quite a tall guy. He was in. Clearly, you could see that he was in good shape, and you could see he was in good shape, and he was actually wearing a relatively loose tracksuit, like tracky bottoms and a tracky top. Sweat. You know, like a sweat top and sweatpants. And they weren't like skin tight or anything like that. And it's just like you could tell just by his definition of shoulders to sort of coming in. It's like he's dressed up like that, appropriate for the gym. You're essentially fucking showing me what you had for breakfast over there, and also what liter of milk you fucking bought from the supermarket. And
Does she have
and
tan pants and does she have a tan sports bra too? So everything was flesh colored.
It was like a blue crop top, and then she took it off. It's
Okay.
just like a black sports bra.
Okay.
So it's just, dude, that girlfriend's gonna be trouble, dude.
Yeah. Like
Gonna be
that's
trouble. That one.
watch your chick. Push-ups. I loved Northern England when I visited Durham. I don't know where any of that is. But thank you, push-ups. Have you been there, Az?
No.
Is that where the fags live?
No, you can get cigarettes in most news agents and supermarkets.
Michael King, Budweiser CEO, is a former CIA agent. Is that true? Oh boy. Yikes. Well, a lot of good that did. Push-ups again. I gave you comics so that you'd fit in on FNT. I failed. I still have the comics. Push-ups. I have. And you know what? Like, gave me like 5 comics. Push-ups gave me Batman: The Long Halloween, Kingdom Come, Batman Hush, maybe a couple others. I have a little pile from you here. Push-Ups.
Ooh, hey, can we let's talk about? Have you read them?
Not all of them.
No. I'm not trying to catch you out. I'm not trying to catch you out. I
No,
promise
it's
you.
okay. I really mostly look at the
Making
pictures.
me interested to see which ones
I
have
know.
you looked at Kingdom Come?
I like The Long Halloween because I was like,
Long
"Ooh,
Halloween.
I love Halloween."
Right.
That's why I was like, this is interesting me the most.
Great,
So
it's great. Every episode, every issue was a different holiday.
Batman Easter. No.
Well, no, it does. It starts at Halloween and it ends
Mhm.
back on Halloween. It was 13 issues. I mean, you probably got the trade, but it was 13 issues, and it started off on Halloween, and then it would go through to, I think it was like Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then New Year, and I think it sort of went through then until you get back to Halloween again. That's why it's called the long. That's one of the the long Halloween, because it's the year.
Yeah.
Long story.
Thank you. So Push-Ups tried. He tried his best. Thank you. Push-Ups is great. Philip Vecchio, he got a call from Norm Macdonald after he was fired. He needs to do a monologue like Norm after he was fired. I'm not funnier. Now the show sucks. Yep.
Norm is oh god, that was great when Norm went back onto SNL. And god, that was such a great monologue to start with, and R.I.P. Norm. Fuck, miss that guy. Fuck.
He really was like one of the all-time greats. And yeah, Shane, yeah, like I said before, funny no matter what. It's like he was funny years ago when they hired him. It's just they fucking caved to the woke mob, and I think they look stupid for having him on now. Push-Up, stop using un-American measurements. Oh yeah, like kilos and stone. Thank you, Push-Ups. So you took a little bit of a break along with your fitness journey. You took a month-long December break from FNT, but
Yes.
you weren't taking a break from streaming. You were doing
No.
your other shows. So some people were like, "What's the point? What's the point of Az doing this? He's doing video game streams. He's doing other
Mhm.
shows. You were so missed, by the way. Everyone kept saying rest in peace as it just wasn't the same without you. I had to carry the full comedic weight of the
I
show.
bet you. Yeah. Although, hey, I saw you say Ryan's the second funniest person in FNC. How dare you? That
Of
is
course, you were the first. That's
Oh
that's
yeah,
what
yeah. Sure.
I meant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go along with that. We'll say that one. No, I mean, as much as we joke, I'm from New Zealand. I'm from the UK, and FNT's on a Friday night every night. Every Friday, not every night. It's on a Friday night for me. I'm the only person that Friday night tights is legitimate to. So I start the show at 9 o'clock if it starts on time. It used to be 11 o'clock my time it started.
Wait,
And I
sorry,
would
what,
be up-
5 or 6?
I would be up 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning because we used to be completely out of control with how long it went for. And so I did
But it
actually
would
say to Gary,
would it be like easily 5 hours? I think they were starting to come
easily,
off
yeah,
of that
easily.
when I came on.
We're easily finishing at 4 o'clock in the morning, easily, if
Woo.
not 5, if not sometimes 6, when it first all started. And I've been doing it for nearly 4 years now. And I haven't taken a break really from it, just to sort of get away from just to literally just get away and recharge a little bit. And so I
take in Manchester nightlife if you wanted.
Obviously. So I said to Gary, gave him like months notice. I said, I'm going to take a month off, probably September, October. So, it's literally like 6 months before I even did. And he was like, well, we've got these things coming up. For, that time, this is going to drop, that's going to drop. So I said, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll take December off. He's like, okay. Yeah. And, I just wanted to just step back for a bit. It's I wasn't streaming during the show. People joke that I'm going to stream. Oh, are you going to stream over them? No. I wasn't streaming.
Competing, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't competing or streaming over the show or anything like that. I just sometimes you just got to take a step away, and it is it does get mentally tiring doing it all the time, especially without a holiday, without a break. I mean, that's the hilarity of YouTube. We care about our creators' mental health and all that bullshit. It's like, okay, so why'd you destroy a channel if you don't do anything for 2 weeks? Why do you absolutely annihilate the algorithm? Why do you annihilate any traction?
Did it really do that?
Oh, yeah. You don't put anything on your channel for like 2 weeks. Your algorithm is just annihilated into the ground. Annihilated.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite difficult to really find a little bit of space. So I thought, why not take a month off FNT? Just just be something to recharge a wee bit. And who knows, when you go back, pop the biggest rating of FNT's history, which you did.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was because of me.
But you're not saying that.
But I'm saying do the math, you know what I mean? No.
Make them miss you.
Serendipity, because the first week that I was away was actually their biggest rating at that time on the show. So, and then the week that I was back, I was like, oh God, what if this is like the lowest rate? And actually was the biggest rating again.
There you go.
Saved.
So what did you do during the time that FNT would normally be? What were you finding yourself doing?
Dating.
Ooh. Apps or just out there in the world? Both?
By dating, putting anime on, imagining that she was my waifu. No, I took some time away, and I just did some socializing with some friends. And it was just nice to spend a little bit of time with some friends.
So you're glad you did it?
Yeah, I might do it more often.
Yeah, why not? It's so true, because
I might do it permanently.
there are a lot of us who just really don't even take holidays off. streaming on Christmas Eve, Christmas, all the holidays, because there's part of you that's like, yeah, it'd be great to do something for, uh, to feel less alone. Maybe you're not with family for certain holidays. There is something nice about having people in the chat, people to talk to. But you got to make sure you got to take breaks when you need them.
Yeah, we've been doing a Christmas Day stream since Gary, because I've known Gary for nearly 4 years now. Remember, Gary and I have, for the last 4 years, have essentially done 2 shows a week for 4 years together.
Wow.
We really do kind of get on. We really are bros from another mo and all that.
I was feeling FOMO, some MegaCon related FOMO this week for sure. With
I got that spurred me on. MegaCon next year, I'm going to be there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The Orlando one?
Whichever. The Florida one next February, whenever it is. I'm going to go. I'm going to be there.
So you're saying that now. It is written February 2025.
Yeah.
There's nothing that will stop you from being
unless I'm dead.
Okay.
Unless I'm dead or in the hospital for some horrible reason. That's going to happen.
It's happening, guys. You heard
Yeah.
it. Well, you probably didn't hear it here first. You've probably been saying it, but okay.
You heard it here second, folks.
You heard it here at some point, folks. Are you playing this game Palworld right now, where it's like kind of like Pokemon, but they have machine guns? And do you think there is a potential for a lawsuit here?
No.
For Nintendo?
Not at all. No.
Not at all? A lot of them look really similar, like very similar.
There's a difference between being similar and actually being it. So what? There's similarities, vague similarities. There's vague similarities in pretty much everything. Are you saying that you're copywriting a sheep? No, not gonna happen. Sure, the whole world of entertainment is built on taking ideas and doing stuff, copying them, taking inspiration from them. I think I don't think there's going to be any lawsuit whatsoever. I think they might look into it. I don't think there's going to be any recourse for what they've got. I think there's enough difference. Can Pokemon copyright capturing a creature with a ball? I don't think so. I think that's pretty ridiculous. Pokemon itself is that an original idea? Well, I mean, what happened? What about the Tamagotchis? What about all that sort of business beforehand? It's all built on taking ideas and inspiration and working on it. And the funny thing is, I've never played Pokemons, but a lot of people that I play with have and are fans of Pokemon.
I love Pokemon Go.
And they say this is the Pokemon game they always wanted to play. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the one this is the Pokemon game they've always wanted. And it's legitimately a lot of fun. A lot of fun to play. Yeah.
Oh, Frank and my stepson are playing it all the time. So that's the only reason why I know it exists. I'm like, what is this now? Oh, okay.
It's great. Yeah.
It looks fun. A lot of fun. Nintendo is signaling it'll try to sue Palworld's developer Pocket Pair. This sounds like it could be a Fleshlight brand for intellectual property infringement of the Pokemon franchise. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game, Nintendo's Pokemon company said in a statement on Thursday. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on IP rights related to that of Pokemon. The Pokemon Co., a joint venture between Nintendo, Creatures Inc. and Game Freak, didn't reference Palworld by name. Still, the company issued the statement noting that it had received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. The Pokemon Co. added, "We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon in its world and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future." Oh, so I wonder if they're sweating it a little bit. I wonder if they're like, "Ooh, this is going to take a chunk out of our."
I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so it looks like Pikachu if it went on HRT, you know? And
Yeah.
yeah, so what? You know, oh, this is Pikachu. No, it's not.
It's
It's
Pikachu,
not.
but he does have to shoot testosterone into his ass every month. Big
Yeah,
deal.
it's Pikachu. Never mind a Pikachu. No, I don't think they're gonna have a leg to stand on. I really don't think I think they're gonna. It's funny because it's not just a Nintendo. There's been a huge amount of hate from mainstream gaming urinalists. Let's just call them what they are. They're not journalists at all.
Mhm.
And why is that? Well, I think the reason why is because gamers in general, regardless of their backgrounds, all love this game, and they hate that because all the urinalists in the gaming sphere are all so politically minded now. Unless your game is The Last of Us Part 3 Trans Utopia, then everything else is evil. So if they find a game that regular people like, it gets them hugely angry because it's not one that's been what's the word I'm looking for? Given the seal of approval, I guess, from them because they like the control element. No, it's something which has virally taken over, word of mouth, virally taken over because of the very fun gameplay loop and all those elements. They can't handle that shit. They really can't handle that shit. A lot of game developers in the West as well having a go at it. Oh, what? Well, maybe you should make a fun game then instead of a bunch of fucking garbage.
Yeah, let the market
But the Western
decide.
gaming industry is in absolute chaos right now because it's just so infiltrated, just as other industries have been.
The company issued the statement after users and media outlets described Palworld as Pokemon with guns. Some of the game's elemental monsters even resemble Pokemon, which has sparked a controversy over whether Palworld ripped off Nintendo's hit franchise. It totally works. It's totally fine for works of art to take inspiration from each other, but an increasing amount of compelling evidence suggests that whatever developer Pocket Pair is doing isn't quite as ethical or defensible. PC Mag's Jordan Miner wrote in his first impressions of the early access game, Palworld's 3D models are way too close to Pokemon models to be a coincidence. It now looks like Nintendo wants to crack down, but despite the veiled legal threat, Tokyo-based Pocket Pair seems confident it can fend off any lawsuit. CEO Takuro Mizobi told Automaton that the game cleared legal reviews. We make our game, and why wouldn't they have cleared that before putting this out to the public? They're not stupid. We make our games very seriously, and we have absolutely no intention of infringing upon the intellectual property of other companies, he said. In the meantime, Palworld has become so popular with PC gamers that it's sold over 8 million copies on Steam in a mere 6 days after its launch. The peak concurrent player count for Palworld also reached 2 million, the second highest of any game on Steam, behind PUBG Battlegrounds. Can you guys tell I don't really play video games?
PUBG.
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 Wow. Very cool. Okay, so they shouldn't have to worry. Maybe I'll give it a whirl then, because I love Pokemon. I really do. Every once in a while, I still pull out my Pokemon Go, and it got us through the lockdowns. Frank and I would wake up, we'd walk to Dunkin' Donuts. It took like an hour basically to get there. We traveled uphill both ways, throwing balls at Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we played Pokemon Go.
My spine, I've got my orange.
Ooh, Martino in a suit and tie. Or what is that? Tux. Chrissy, stop inventing British fitness influence.
Swiss. That's Swiss.
As is clearly a fake natty. Ooh, shots fired.
He's right. Yeah, I've been exposed in 4K.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Pokemon Go to the polls. I will be doing that this November. Okay, cool. Wow, this is great. Are the DMs open for the ladies of the internet, or are they still shut?
DMs are closed.
Okay. When will they be opening? Maybe some people in the chat want to know.
Sorry, ladies.
Sorry, ladies. You're gonna need to. I would say go find Az's gym, Maybe put on a shirt, like a FNT shirt, or wear some sort of Rip-A-Verse shirt, and then don't be a gym thought, but like maybe casually jump rope in his general direction. That
I
might
was
be the
wondering
day.
if you could help. What equipment do I need to touch here to work on bicep?
But are you seriously asking? No, wait, you already know.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
yeah.
saying that that's the that's the game.
Yes, pretend to ask for help. That's good. Just be like, are my pecs developing as they should? That's always like,
Am I doing this right?
have a look and see. I love this. Oh my God. Az, I'm so proud of you. You're just the best. You're crushing it. Slow and steady wins the race. I feel like I've blinked
Yeah.
and it's been a year of I remember when you started like day 1, no soda. And then now it's like you probably don't even think about it. You probably don't even miss this stuff.
No, I would put a daily count up for a while, and then the daily count became a week or so, and then a few weeks, and now it's just like, oh, I haven't done this for 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe just put this up now. But yeah, I'm on the verge of a year without ordering in food, takeaway food.
Wow, no ordering in of anything? You make
Nothing.
all your food.
Well, I
Damn.
buy it from a company who prepare meals fresh.
Oh, okay.
So it's all fresh ingredients, but and good food, calorie controlled food. But I don't, it's not, I haven't had a pizza, burger, whatever, ordered in Chinese, chinky, sorry.
No thank you.
Abishake Ali, and anything ordered in for nearly a year now. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Have you become I still don't even like water, like, my friend gave me this. This is not a Stanley Cup, by the way, this is a cheap imitation, which I love.
How many people did you have to kill to get that?
My friend Lila gave this to me. I don't know where she got it. I think it's cute. I like to see. But I hate, even now, still, I hate drinking water, which is bad because you're supposed to drink a lot more when you're pregnant and a lot more when you're breastfeeding. But are you a fan of water now? I can't even look at water.
That's all this is. This is it. This is just water in here. That's it.
No lemon, no
water.
seltzer.
No.
Damn.
I do drink coffee or tea, but my drinks are coffee, tea, water, and maybe once in a while I'll have a protein shake. But other than that, that is it. That is it. No cordials, no sugar-free cordials. No.
Are you trying to say cordial?
Cordial.
Cordial?
Cordial, yeah. Do you know what a cordial is?
I know what a cordial is. It's like an after dinner drink.
No. No, there's this thing called cordial, which is like a concentrated drink, and you pour a little bit, and then you add water to dilute it.
Oh.
It's called cordial. Yeah.
We don't have those here.
There's some stuff that you don't have that we have. Like
No,
you don't have like freeze dried coffee, or it's very rare, isn't it?
Ugh, no. Freeze dried coffee. We have instant coffee, and
yeah, which is freeze dried coffee, instant
Okay.
coffee. The granules, yeah.
yeah.
And you put like a teaspoon of granules in, and then you just pour boiling hot
That's
water.
a lesser, that's a lower form of coffee. Any self-respecting coffee drinker is not going to lower themselves to instant coffee.
My Tassimo just cheered you on there. My Tassimo coffee mate.
I love it. Okay. Crystal Light. Yeah, I was raised on Crystal Light. Crystal Light, country crock margarine, noodles and butter, steamed flavorless broccoli. As I'm so overwhelmed. I'm just so proud. I think you're doing fucking great. You're crushing it, and you're inspiring people you'll never even know. That's how this stuff goes. Yes, it's instant coffee. What are we working on? What are we looking forward to?
There might be a Starfield video coming. The story of Starfield isn't quite over yet. But Bethesda have Microsoft, never mind Bethesda. Microsoft bought Bethesda so they could have exclusives from Bethesda from their brands. And Starfield has performed so poorly that Microsoft are now going to allow Starfield to go on the PlayStation 5. So that if that isn't such a colossal admission of utter defeat for the game, which I don't know if you're aware, this is a little bit boring.
No, it's
I heard a guy tell me that. It's gonna be yeah. So we've got a little bit of a video about that coming. Other than that, tomorrow, Real BBC on Gary's channel, ripping a silverback with Eric July on Wednesday on my channel, and then FNT this Friday, whoever the guest is.
You don't know?
Not yet. I usually find out on Tuesday.
I think I swear they announced it last Friday. I think it's Dean Cain.
Oh yeah. It's Gabe and Dean. Yeah. Sorry, it's Gabe and Dean. Yeah. Superman is going to be on this Friday.
Maybe I should see if I can squeeze into a Superman outfit. No, I would just embarrass myself.
That's all I know how to do.
That's pretty cool, though. Martino, Az maybe lose 10 pounds already.
Yeah, you just super chatted it. That's
Look how easy it was, Al. You guys can do it too.
Yeah.
Just part with your 10 pounds. That's so funny. Thank you, Martina. See, you're inspiring everybody. I love it. Everyone follow Az. If you're not already, you're obviously already followed, or else you wouldn't be here. Follow him on Twitter and YouTube at Heel, not Heels, just one heel.
No. Yes.
One heel.
A singular heel.
Heel versus Babyface.
Just like YouTube know how to spell it.
I'm embarrassed that I did not spell it right. But I am blaming Frank because he made the link. So
and he's male. Frank. He's a cis white male.
Yep. You don't know.
Screw that guy.
Az, I'm looking forward to 1 year from now where I will hopefully get to meet you at a MegaCon.
Yeah. You'll be with child or physically with child.
The child will be out. Right. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to get a cat backpack with one of those like windows that he can just see out. And I'll just throw him in there. I'll just go about my activities. How hard could
Frank might knock you straight up again. Now that tends to happen. That tends to happen a fair bit after a pregnancy.
I don't know. I'm not someone that people put their kids with. I'm not around babies or kids very much. So I'm just like, all right, it can't be harder than having a dog. Oh no, I lost my camera. That's the dog toy knocked out my cam link. All right.
What's the difference between a dog and a baby? Nothing.
You don't have to breastfeed.
Pretty much the same. You just put food in a bowl and let them go.
Heels versus Babyface is the female version of the channel. Don't be sexist.
Boom.
Oh, Heels. Go. Okay.
Heels. Right. Yeah.
High Heels versus Babyface is going to be Ron DeSantis's channel if he ever. But he's out of the game. But he's still wearing his high heel boots. He tried.
I saw the image. The images of where his legs are. This is where his legs are.
It's fun. We're having fun. Who knows? Let's go Trump. Yes, and Manchester. That's the Manchester version of the channel. Cheers to Manchester Nightlife. I hope to see Az in the background of one of these Manchester Nightlife videos. I'm holding out.
I might go with a microphone and a camera and just
yes, you would be so good doing man on the street. Like, do you look like?
Well, just for like, hey, we're just doing a segment on Nightlife in Manchester. What do you talk me through it? Talk me through this. What is the aim of the game here? Let's see what we got.
Thank you to everybody in the chat for your comments and questions, and thank you, Az, for your time this morning. I will see you in just a couple days on Friday. We'll be back to our normal 4 p.m. Eastern time on FNT with Dean Cain. And who's the other guy? Ben something?
Gabe Al-Taib.
Oh, Gabe. He's a cartoonist. He's an artist, right?
An artist, cartoonist, sure. Just say that. Just call him a cartoonist on the show. He'll love it.
no.
You draw cartoons, don't you, Gabe?
You're a cartoonist. I have to do some work. I have to do some research. This is fun, guys. Retarded. Love you guys. Love you guys. We will see you next
Cheers,
time.
Chrissy.
Bye.